Hi there, I'm Laura McHarrie at The Hidden Edge with another tea break tip on how to use business models and tools to help you manage your growing business. Today we're looking at comparative shopping from 3 angles. Firstly, compare the market, that's your market positioning. Second, choice comparisons, how you present your pricing and your products, and your pricing confidence, particularly when you want to raise your prices. Getting the price right, making your profit projections would be a walk in the park if there weren't so many things to consider, and these are just 3. So first of all, we're going to look at identifying your starting point. That's your market position. This is something that I've used with a client base. You may need to adjust this according to your own business. But we've looked at the 4 key competitors across our location and identified a web address so that we can go back and look for more information should we wish. We've identified, in this case, 3 product lines and the prices for those products. We've looked at the clients that this competitor works with, the sort of value that we would perceive the clients to be worth, and their quality, what their perception of those clients are in the marketplace. We've looked at the company, we've done a company check to see what their net worth is, what the number of directors there are in the business, and how old it is, because it all makes for that perception of whether the prices that these guys are putting out there in the marketplace are relevant to our business too. On the marketing side of things, we're looking at website search, the number of blogs that they might have out there, their Facebook fans, their LinkedIn and Twitter followers, where they sit in Google Maps, what their networking strategy might be like. Then there's the quality of their testimonials, whether they're on Trustpilot or not, what their case studies look like, what their privacy policy is, and the age of their business experience. There may be 1 or 2 other things like, do they support a charity, and whether their unique selling point is obvious. So it's a list of things that we've drawn up that you may want to download the template and create your own version to compare the market. It's important because the business will have different pricings, not just because of who they attract as a customer, but also how they are set up within their own business format as well, their cost base and the resources that they have. Price comparisons of our own product base. Now, this is an interesting one. I particularly pulled this image off of the internet because I liked the way that it was presented. You can see that there are 5 different price comparisons for what is potentially the same product. What they've done is they've used psychological tactics in order to help people make a decision. And what they're doing here is they're saying to our customers, or saying to their customers, you choose. These are the options open to you, and we have 5. We have a basic option, which is $19, and we have a premier option, which is $99. But you also can have 3 other options that are in between. You can see what you get for your money. There are 10 pages versus unlimited. There is 1 gigabyte versus 50 gigabytes. There is 1 user versus unlimited users, and everywhere in between. Very interestingly, they've also put in there that the most popular product is the $69 a month, and they've highlighted that. And they've also put the best value in, so they've made it obvious to people what it is to their potential clients, what would be the best value for money. Now, what that's doing is skewing the temptation to purchase to the higher end of the market, because one of the psychological things that we do with pricing is, and we do with selling, is to recognize the me too element. I want to be like the same as everyone else. I don't want to be an outlier. The basic is an outlier because it's more expensive. You don't get as much for it, but you don't need as much. So when we're looking at presenting confidently, we need to think about what it is that we are delivering. We need to consider raising the rate for new clients when they come on board, or for new projects to existing clients when they get asked for. Don't automatically go for the pricing that you've already done. Give some warning that you are going to be raising your prices in a couple of months' time, for example. That gives people a little bit of time just to come to terms with the fact that you're increasing your prices. Raise prices gradually and regularly. If you have a time of year that you always increase your price and you do it on an incremental basis, people will get used to it. If you put it in your terms and conditions of sale, of trade with your business, then they will recognize that on April the 1st, you will be putting your prices up. And it would go back to point number 2. If you give them some warning in February that you're planning to put the prices up by whatever percent that might be, or whatever value that might be, then they will be ready for it. If you raise your price once every 5 years because you've got to the point where you're not making sufficient enough profit, the chances are you're going to have to do a hefty price increase, and that's the point where people will start to look elsewhere. So point number 4, getting the timing right, is important from an annual basis, but also it's important from a time of year. April the 1st, usually quite good from a budget perspective, particularly if you've given them some warning. Get your billing right. One of the things that I've looked at with many clients is that whilst they are they think they might need to increase their prices because they're not making enough on their bottom line. Actually, it's because they're not recording the hours that they're spending on the client work. Review your pricing structure, point number 6. You don't need to do an hourly rate necessarily. You might want to bundle. You might want to do the 3-tiered strategy. Think about how you put your pricing structure together, and more importantly, what are you doing about discounting? Avoid it. Be confident in your value. You don't need to discount if you're delivering an excellent service. 3 tools that can help you pitch your price right for you as a business and for your clients. So have a go, download the templates from the Hidden Edge website, and whilst you're there, do share your stories too. That's it from me. Until next tea break time, enjoy the rest of this one.